Now we have a binomial times a trinomial. Now the process adds just one more layer of steps to it. I don't think it makes it more difficult. It just adds another layer to it that may make it look a little bit more difficult. So the process is the same. Everything in this binomial has to be multiplied by everything in the trinomial. So it's going to be the 3 times the x squared, 3 times the 4x, 3 times the 5, 2x times the first term, 2x times the second term, 2x times the last term. So notice that I have 6 operations that I need to do to make sure everything's taken care of. So let's just start bit by bit. 2x times the x squared gives me 2x cubed. Check. 2x times a 4x produces a 8x squared. So that one was done. 2x times a 5 produces a 10x. Halfway there. Now we have to take care of this 3 all the way across. 3 times the x squared gives me a 3x squared. 3 times a 4x gives me a 12x. And the last one, 3 times a 5 gives me a 15. There, not much to it. It just required 2 more operations and collecting some terms now. 2x cubes, 8x squared and a 3x squared. I have an 11x squared. X's, looks like I have 22x, and my constant is 15. There you go. Now we can also do this. I prefer this method, but some of us might prefer to stack it and multiply vertically. So what would that look like? Well, let's stack them up with the bigger polynomial on top, just to kind of make it easier. Don't have to, but it makes it easier. The other one on the bottom. Now it looks like we're going to multiply, maybe like how we multiply numbers. So let's start with here, 3 times a 5. 3 times a 4x produces a 12x. 3 times x squared, 3x squared. Notice I'm multiplying just like I would multiply numbers, regular numbers. The next one, I kind of skipped that first spot. 2x times a 5 is a 10x. And notice it lines on up because I wanted to make sure that my products line up with like terms. 2x times a 4x produces an 8x squared. And then 2x times an x squared produces a 2x cubed. Add all my like terms, or just add, so I have a 2x cubed plus 11x squared plus a 22x plus a 15. So either way that you want to do it, please do. Maybe practice both and go from there.